This will be suits on garbage cans. And I'd like to tell you about Ibrahim Traore, who bought garbage trucks for the second time for Burkina Faso. And I found that very interesting because Burkina Faso has themselves a president who's actually telling superpowers and European powers and Chinese powers and anybody else who's trying to extract resources from him or his country, no, something that they're not used to hearing. But I actually want you to understand something. These garbage cans, instead of buying himself Land Rovers and corrupting himself by taking money and food out of the mouth of his people, he is investing in his country. And he's making sure that corruption in his country is taken care of, okay? He's making sure the military is getting trained right. He's taking care of finances, and he's doing things the correct way. And he's wearing a military uniform, not accepting the president's pay while he's at it, which is a fine example for most presidents all over the world to follow, because we know that most presidents are nothing but puppets who are being told what to do by the people who actually run this country. Now, most presidents are garbage cans with suits. I was told a long time ago, it doesn't matter what you put on a garbage can, you can put a suit on it. It is still a garbage can. Garbage is garbage. Okay? Now this man has bought several garbage cans to pick up the trash in Burkina Faso to help make Burkina Faso look the way that the people would like it to look. So I'm saying those garbage cans are also picking up corrupt officials, and the way business was ran in Burkina Faso when France had it is over. And this is why I believe there's been so many plots for assassination on his life. And I haven't heard anybody speak too much about that in America, and I'm talking about Black America, because I don't know if we really even care. But I'm here to tell you that that's my brother. That's how I feel. And I don't want nothing to happen to him. He's setting a great example for what a president should do, and politicians should do, and judges should do, and presidents should be. Okay? Now that I've gotten that out of the way, I want to tell you, I asked myself, when did Europe start uniting to conquer the world? Because as a Black population, we can see there's disunity. Even in Africa, you have a whole continent with 50-some countries, and guess what? Europeans, Chinese, whomever is there are looting those countries. People who have claimed, or countries that have claimed to have independence, are not seeing that when those people who are there to extract resources from them can't get gold anymore, can't get cobalt, diamonds, or anything else. No, now that symbol of independence, or what you think you had as independence, is gone, because they're coming back with the military, and they're gonna try to re-slave you re-enslaved you. Right now, we have France and the U.S., who are two of the nations that's been put out of Burkina Faso, Niger, Mali, or whatever the case may be. And now they want to declare war on those people simply because they cannot get the resources like they used to get. And they don't have to leave half of their treasury in France anymore. Okay? One of the things that we have never asked is, why would France, United States, China, and all these other countries be so involved in the country's finances, government, education, and all of these things? This is because they've been getting paid very well. And actually, they're not getting paid, they're taking. They're the biggest gangsters in the world. They're extracting things from people who cannot stop them from doing it. And when you have a man that stands up and says no, and he's going to put that country back in the hands of the people who reside there, now all of a sudden we have big bad bullies that want to come in and go to war so that they can take back control of their finances and education, all of the things that they had before. Now, I said what is really very funny is that I was looking at, when did Europe start really conquering the world? 1492. Between 1492 and 1914, Europeans conquered 84% of the globe. And so what they did was they established colonies wherever they conquered. Okay? But there have been so many wars within Europe that they had to list them by centuries and then by year. And let me see. It goes back to 5000 BCE. Okay? And I'll tell you something. So all the way up to today. So what that tells you is that Europeans are used to war and killing. Okay? 84% of the globe belongs to them, are used to. And if they don't get their way, they want a war. But we've been told as a black community that we're the killers. We're the people who do wrong. Okay? But here we see, in fact, it's in front of our face. Okay? It's almost like I said in another video, racism right in front of your face. Well, this is neo-colonialism in our face, but one man standing against a whole tidal wave of Europeans and people who want to take the wealth of that country and leave the people poor as they have been all of their lives. So I ask myself, and I ask you, who is the real killer? Who are the real thieves? And let me ask you this. A garbage can is for garbage. Okay? And the only way that you can get rid of that is you have to empty it. But it doesn't matter if that garbage can has a suit on it or not. It's still a garbage can. And I hope you get my meaning. This is Too Far Enterprises. More power to you, brother Ibrahim Traore.